Calculus Project is to dramatically increase the number of students of color and low-income students who have access to honors and advanced level courses. Why is it important? It's important now more than ever, but it's important so that everyone can have a seat at the table.
Initially, I wasn't really good at math. Like, it felt like it didn't come easily to me. So I was just like, I can't get it, I'm not gonna understand it. So being in an environment where it felt like people were really supporting you and like really trying to get me to understand it, but also you come to the answer on your own, changed my entire perspective on how to learn math and how to gain confidence in it.
Why did you want to sign your kids up for the Calculus Project?
My middle child, Brielle, was in the first cohort. And that summer before 8th grade, for 3 weeks, they met with Dr. Wins, it was KJ, with Miss Redding. And every day in that program, they were told they were smart, they were told they were capable in math, they were told that they belonged there. And in that first 3 weeks, her trajectory shifted in terms of how she perceived herself as a student and as a learner. She began to feel capable. She began to believe in herself. And that was transformative. And then Maya, who's 4 years younger, went through the same transition 4 years later. So it wasn't a fluke, and it wasn't just by happen of circumstance, but there was something happening when you marry together the home front, who's telling a child, you're smart and I believe in you and I love you, with the school front, who's giving the same message, not just once, but all the time. So one was that, to build their confidence in themselves and in their belief in their abilities in math. Second, because the idea of them being in a community in which they were with other kids who looked like them is powerful to me. As an African-American mom in a community in which they were one of very few. So that was second, and that was beautiful to watch in terms of the transformation of how the kids not just worried about themselves and how they did, but they worried about their peers and making sure that everybody was being successful. And then third, personally as an educator, I was really fascinated to see how do you build this construct in which you transition kids into the ability and the belief that they can do it, and then watching them do it. So those were sort of three reasons for me for why I wanted them to stay.
As I think back, only difference between me then and now is just people telling me that they believe in me. So I think the Calc Project works because, yeah, the math is rigorous, but the belief in students is just as rigorous.
The Calculus Project instilled so much confidence in my problem-solving skills. It gave me the confidence that I can solve this problem. I just have to figure out the pattern of which to solve it. And as a math tutor, I tell my kids that all the time. Yeah.
If we know what works, if we can create autonomous vehicles, if we can put a man on the moon, you mean to tell me we can't teach students math? It's a manufacturing crisis. And it's a silent crisis. And if you pay attention to the data to see what's happening, you'll see where there's a lot of slippage in this country. So we know how to solve the problem. We just got to make sure people have a look.
So much has been said tonight about the impact on students. What I've seen in coming in is the impact, the ripple effect that the Calculus Project has on the community. And I really have seen that in terms of the culture that's developed and is continuing to grow and build, where students that aren't in the Calculus Projects are affected by it, are moved by it, and it's creating an academic culture among all of our students in ways that I know would not happen as we all are continuing to try to unravel the history of tracking and all the traditional barriers that are in place in public schools throughout this country. So huge impact, and so much like pure belief in students and so much heart.
The real work of the Cal Project is our teachers and our students. And so one of the things I've learned about high school administration is get out of the way of really good kids and get out of the way of really good teachers and administrators. So this is a shout out to our math department, to our Calc Project students and graduates, to Josh Ferris, who runs the math department. I didn't just dismiss you. continues to run the math department. And more importantly, made a huge decision several years ago to really bring the math department, bring the Calc Project fully into the math department. So I welcome others to say something. It's just my honor to continue to support the Calc Project.
Like in retrospect, I can look at the Calculus Project and say with certainty that the reason why I am where I am right now is because of the Calculus Project. Like it has connected me with so many friends and teachers as well who are willing to stay with me throughout past like my college, past my high school experience and into my college experience, and let me know that I can reach out to them whenever, at any time for anything that I may need, whether it's math related or not.
Learning the math was super important, but I think something that was even more valuable was the amount of time we spent learning about Black leaders, Black pioneers in STEM, and what it means to be a Black leader, and the responsibility we carry as young Black intellectuals and young Black individuals, just navigating the world, navigating Massachusetts, navigating America. And so there are some things that were cultivated in me during those early days that is in large part responsible for who I am today. So very grateful for the Calculus Project.
You know, this is a life changer. This is an equalizer. This is a game changer for people who come from communities and backgrounds like I did. And so when I think of 15 years of being able to do that in different communities, growing the program and seeing the results, like my cohort, you heard Adrian say it earlier, right? All of us finished college in 4 years. The data suggested that it was supposed to take 6. You know, I didn't know I was gonna make it in 4 years, and then I did, and I think in the context of everything that's happening, it's just proof that this works. And 15 years, I hope that I'm back in another 15 years. And we're saying how this changed everything. And we've closed any gaps that exist. I hope we're saying that in the next 15 years.
Where it started to where it is right now, all these amazing people, amazing connections, an amazing cause, an amazing community. Just so many amazing things that have come out of these 15 years. And I can't wait to see where we are in another 15 years, because we can only grow, we can only get better, include more towns, more states, more nations in this mission, get more people into this amazing community, and share this worldwide language that is math to everybody, because everybody has a seat at the table.